What's up, mob? Hey, holy, we got ourselves a championship battle. There's one guy you don't want to have a chance, and guess what? He's tied for the lead. Looks like Jett might be cracking. I'm gonna get into that, talk about Webb, and much more. Remember, guys, subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you're into crypto, head over to the YouTube channel, AJ Writes Crypto. My buddy AJ he's like a crypto whiz. We went to UFC last night with VeChain, and it was so much fun. But yeah, check out AJ Writes Crypto. All right, guys, let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Cooper Webb might be the best closer in the history of this sport. This guy has 2 championships, and I don't think he's ever been the fastest guy. He knows how to race. He knows how to win. He is so strategic, and it's crazy how he can step up in the big moments. Not many people can do that. A lot of times you get people who are, it's far more common to be a very fast, at the practice track and then go to the race and kind of choke. It takes a very special human being to be able to just raise the level when the pressure goes up. It's scientific fact that when your body is under stress and your pressure, you don't think as much. Your skills naturally deteriorate, but there's a few special people in this world who, when they come under pressure, it's like almost like it brings out the best in them. Michael Jordan, and there's greats. Put Cooper Webb in that category. Cooper Webb is a guy who, when it's on the line, there's not anyone else you want to have that. He's got, as they say, he's got the dog in him. He's willing to do whatever, whenever. But if you just ask him to do it on a regular basis for no reason, he doesn't have that kind of speed, that kind of talent. If you just went straight and just checked practice lap times against him versus Jett throughout their practice weeks, I guarantee you, Jett is so much better. He's got way more talent on the bike. But when it comes to racecraft, Cooper Webb is a step above everybody. Man, I gotta laugh when I watch these post-race press conferences. This guy, Dan Beaver from NBC, why do they keep letting him ask questions?
Dan Beaver, NBC Sports for Cooper. You ended Jett's 3-race winning streak with your win. Now you've finished ahead of him in the last 3 races, with the horse finished second. Is momentum really important at this stage of the season with 4 races remaining?
This is the same moron that asked Hayden Deegan how he liked training with the Lawrence brothers. He doesn't train with the Lawrence brothers.
And on Jett's old bike, or the bike that he got off of training with Hunter, how much has that sped up your development?
What do you mean?
Training with the Lawrences.
Oh, I don't train with them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, I train with these guys right here.
He doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't watch the sport or doesn't know the sport, but this gives you an idea of NBC and their mentality. They're morons. I will say a lot of the guys in the press conference got a little loose. They were asking some real questions, dark side. And, we asked a question about Cooper Webb, and I love how he loosened him up, saying, be honest, dark side is good at press conferences.
I want a good answer out of this, all right? I have to give a little bit of credit to Steve Mathis. He tweeted that you're the only guy on the line with no jacket on. We know you like some head game sometimes. Is there anything to it?
Yeah, you just gotta jack it off sometimes.
He sets Cooper Webb up to do what Cooper Webb does and make a pun,
Yeah, you just gotta jack it off sometimes.
It was funny. And, him after the Morning Wood comment, Cooper Webb he's just a funny dude. And allowing him to show his personality is perfect. Hats off, Jamie Guida. So the other thing that really caught my attention last night is Chase Sexton is finding his speed. Don't forget, last year, when he won this championship, it looked very similar. He wasn't in the points lead. He was a few points out, and he just kind of lurked in third. He's lurking in third again. Is he going to repeat? He might. He looks like a different guy. He's so much more confident now. He looked so much better last night as he came through the pack, got by Roczen, reeled in Webb. That's the merchant of speed. That's Sexton. He's dangerous. And either one of these, you got Sexton, Lawrence, and Webb. One of these 3 guys is going to be your 2024 champion. I have no idea which one. AJ, my buddy, like I was telling you, AJ Writes Crypto, is dead set. He's like, nope, it's over. Webb is going to win, stamp it, guaranteed. I'm not that confident. But if I was putting betting odds on it, I would say he's probably the favorite to win the title at this point. But Jett's good, man. But he's off his game, but I'll get into that in just a second. Hey guys, if you're worried about your sweat rate when you work out and you want to replenish your fluids, head over to Complete Racing Solutions. They've got energy drinks that are built for you based on your sweat rate. So head over to CompleteRacingSolutions.com. Coach, using science to make you perform better. Epic Garage Designs has partnered with A1 Garage Doors here in Las Vegas. If you're in the Las Vegas area, head over to A1 Garage Door and enter to win yourself a complete makeover for your garage. Yes, they're giving it away for free, a makeover. Badass. So check out Epic Garage Designs and then go over to A1 Garage Door and enter to win. What makes this series really, really exciting compared to some of the championship battles of the past, we still have 5, 6 guys that can get in the mix and take points from these top 3 contenders. Roczen and Tomac, they're not officially eliminated. Yes, they're beyond one race. And when you get beyond one race, the guys kind of just focus on races. They don't even worry about the championship. Both those guys are beyond one race out. Tomac, I believe, is 30 points out, and Roczen's about 10 or 11 further back than him. But they're both riding really good. And man, we all know Supercross is wild. Look what happened to Tomac last year with that Achilles. They're not going to give up until they're mathematically eliminated. So don't look for them to, give anything to anyone. Although it will be interesting if Tomac is eliminated before that last round. Will Starr have him help Webb? And will he do it? You don't typically ask a pioneer or, a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer, the second winningest Supercross rider of all time to use team tactics. And even if they do ask him, I don't know that Tomac will. I don't think Tomac stands on his beliefs, so I don't expect him to get in the way. I expect him to race hard, but keep it clean, and I do not look for him to give any help to his teammate Cooper Webb. Man, Jett just looks out of character. So I reached out to the Lawrence crew and I asked them if he was injured after the Barsha thing. And I got a little bit of a snide remark back. He finished the race. Didn't you see it? I'm like, well, yeah, I saw it, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's not hurt. That means he's tough enough to tough it out. A lot of times when you get injured on the track that night, sometimes you can finish, but there's a bad injury. After that, you get the inflammation, things swell up. Sometimes you can finish a race with a pretty serious injury, and then you find out later on it affects you 2-3 weeks down the road. While they told me he tested all week, he looked just fine, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see the same Jett that I've seen all year. He looks out of character. He looked pissed off on the podium when he did his heat race. That's not Jett's game. Jett's off his whatever it is, be it the concussion, be it the arm injury, whatever is going on. Maybe it's just the stress. They've got him running a schedule that's unbelievable. He's got the VIP. He goes left. He goes right. Like he is constantly. Everyone has asked, is that going to wear on him at some point? Is this when it's wearing on him? Because that's usually what happens. You get a little bit more, a little bit angrier, a little bit shorter with people. Is he fatigued? Is he tired? Dude went undefeated last year, won the Supermoto Championship, and now he's in this another steep battle with some tough hombres. And that's got to wear on you. I don't know how it can't. And the other thing is you see Jason Anderson out there. Jason Anderson is pretty much out of this points race. He's not mathematically eliminated, but I think we can all agree he's probably not going to be your champion this year. That doesn't mean he's not going to fight his ass off. And he does not like Jett Lawrence. You could tell the way he fought him at the end of that race. These are the times when, if that's somebody that Anderson likes a little bit more, I honestly think he doesn't fight him quite as hard. He doesn't fight him to the death like it's for the victory when it's for fourth place. Fourth place is, I don't think he even gets a big bonus. I think his bonuses are like podium and up. So I don't really think it meant a ton except for his ego. He doesn't want Jett in particular to get by him. That's a big deal for these veterans. They don't like him and they're not ready to pass the torch. And they know once Jett gets on a roll, it could be the end for them. So they're fighting for their lives every time. And having a guy like Anderson as an enemy doesn't help Jett's championship hopes. Guys, check out Ride Strapped. Get your goggles, glasses, and we will be at the Paula National camping out We're looking at doing a cookout there. There's some logistics we're trying to deal with and make sure that MX Sports doesn't freak out on us. Because you know they're going to freak if they hear there's a Cooksy Mop cookout going on at the track. But we're going to work on that, and we'll see you guys at Paula with ridestrap.com. If you're shipping anything, use Precision Transport. This is a family-owned company that believes in customer service. They have affordable pricing, and they're just really good people. So if you need anything shipping via truck, use pretransport.com. Man, I cannot believe, I swear, I think the Dirtworks crew, they must have made some sort of a deal with the devil and how good they are at making these tracks raceable. The fact that there was so much mud that poor Gavin Tower's bike had to be pulled out with a forklift that they scraped off. I don't know how they do it, but the track was awesome. We had a legit Supercross track last night, and yes, they're getting rutted, but they're all going to get rutted until we stop running paddle tires. Those things are ridiculous. Get rid of the paddle tires. Limit the knobs. Like a broken record, I'm going to say it again. As Ricky would say, remember when I talked about knobbies? No, I don't remember. Shut up. Just tell me about it. A couple of guys that I really saw that were riding good this weekend. Justin Hill. He's had a really rough season on that Team Tedder bike, but he ran up front. We all know that Justin Hill has so much talent, and it's nice to see him realizing that talent. I know it's towards the end of the year, but to see him battling up there in the top 5 and to end up 9th in this deep field, good on Justin Hill. The Hill brothers are a gift to the sport. They're fun, they're personable, they're talented, and I like seeing them do good. The sport is better when either Hill brother does good. Another guy who's really finding his flow is Colt Nichols. Colt Nichols on the beta. So he came into the series injured. He was missed almost the entire series. He missed all but a couple rounds. He's been around the last 2 rounds, I believe, and you can see him finding his race pace. It's so hard to jump in the middle with these savages and be on pace. But he's looking better. He looked better in qualifying, timed qualifying. He looked better in the heat race. And in the main, he got 13th. Look for Colt Nichols to continue to build. This is a guy who has talent to run in that top 5. And he did last year when he was on factory Honda. That beta bike is getting better and better. And as he improves, look for Colt Nichols to get inside the top 10. And if he gets lucky in one of these last couple rounds, you might even see a top 5 by beta. Yeah, I said it, top 5 by beta, because Colt Nichols is a badass. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with a Futures, a 250 video, and I'm going to do some stuff over on the MMA channel. I got some amazing footage from UFC 300. Check that out if you like UFC and MMA. And guys, please, the only reason I went live from slap fighting for the UFC thing was because I'm not able to do that on my MMA channel because it's brand new. I will not mix these channels very much in the future, so don't worry about that. This channel will stay Supercross and Motocross. MMA will stay on the Cooksy Media MMA channel. I will keep them separate, guys, so no need to complain. I apologize for infusing some MMA talk into this, but I will keep them separate going forward, and I appreciate everybody for supporting both channels. You guys are awesome. If you don't like MMA, stay on this channel. If you like MMA, go to the other channel. So thanks, guys, and I will catch you later.